Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. If you have not seen the breaking news, Kareem Hunt has signed with the Cleveland Browns. It's not really shocker news, but it's big news. Unless you've been living under a fucking rock, you would have seen that Nick Chubb destroyed his knee. He's done. He's done for the year. Kareem Hunt, like I said in a previous video, I was talking about the running back market and what can the Browns do. I'm thinking Kareem Hunt basically said, I cannot let Chubb down. One thing led to another. Kareem Hunt got a hold of the Browns possibly. Browns said, hey Kareem, you want to come back and play? And now the rest is history. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to kind of do a breakdown of how I think this is going to work. Do I think this will be a big thing, a bad thing? Do I think it's good for the Browns that they went with Kareem Hunt over some of the other options? And then we'll kind of go from there. So as always, if you're going to enjoy today's video, make sure you do drop a like. And without further ado, let's get into it. So let's kind of go over the initial breakdown of the actual signing. As we know, the contract states here from Adam Schefter, Kareem Hunt is signing a one-year deal up to $4 million. Now, before we go a little bit further, I want to give my opinion on what I think kind of happened. From what I read in the offseason, I don't know how true it is, but what I read is Kareem Hunt wanted a bigger contract. That's kind of the reason why Cleveland did let him go eventually. And I'm willing to bet Kareem, he actually did have a press conference already where he was talking to the press, basically giving kind of his intuition of why he signed back with the Browns. And there was a point in there where he basically said, I'm wishing Chubb nothing but the best, and I'm thinking he's saying in kind of his own mind, I'm coming back here to do this for Chubb. I want to win this whole thing for Chubb. It doesn't matter about money right now. Sure, money is nice, but I mean, him and Chubb are like brothers almost. I mean, Chubb and Hunt played in Cleveland together for 4 years, 19, 20, 21, 22. And there were some people speculating on if Hunt would actually want to come back to Cleveland because I don't know if you know this, but I'll show you. According to Schefter, it says here, Kareem Hunt actually visited with New Orleans and Indianapolis within the past couple of months. Neither one was willing to give him a contract, I believe. I think Indianapolis was going to give him some contract. He probably just didn't like the details, or maybe they was the same type of contract. He was hoping for more money. But now with this whole, I don't really want to say debacle, but catastrophe, I would say, kind of going down with Chubb's knee injury, he realized like I said, he wants to do this for Chubb. Now, going forward, how is this going to work in their offense? From what we've heard from Kevin Stefanski, the head coach, he's basically said that Jerome Ford is still going to be the number one back. He's still the number one back. Kareem Hunt will be the backup. I don't like that. Now, could this possibly work? Could Jerome Ford actually be a really damn good running back? And if he can get some carries going on, he gets moving, and you have Kareem Hunt as your number two back, that's like, it basically defines the term 1-2 punch at running back. Now, for the people out there that are basically freaking out thinking like, we're right back in the Super Bowl hunt now, don't get ahead of yourself. It says here, if you can see kind of where my mouse is, Hunt only rushed for about 1,900 yards from 2019 to 2022 with the Browns, averaging about 4.2 yards per carry, 16 touchdowns, but he was extremely well pass catcher when it comes to a receiving back. Now, going forward, what I think is Cleveland's kind of plan with these two, I'm thinking they're trying to turn Jerome Ford into that aggressive, hard-nosed running back, what Chubb kind of was. Chubb had the hard-nosed running, but he also has some elusiveness. I think Kareem Hunt, he's being brought in to be kind of the elusive running back, but also still the pass catcher. I think Jerome Ford really isn't there yet, so that is what Kareem Hunt can be. Now, the thing that's going to kind of puzzle me is if going forward, Kareem Hunt doesn't get at least, I'd say 10 carries a game. Like if Kareem Hunt can go out here and he can get 10 carries, 40-something yards, that's a good game out of him. Especially with the fact of if Jerome Ford is going to be getting the multiple of carries, say Jerome gets like 15, 20 carries for 80 yards. If Kareem can go out there and get 10 carries for like 40 yards, right there, you're already over 100 yards rushing. The quarterback's got to take accountability and pick up his own pace. Now, do I think Kareem Hunt is going to actually help out the offense a lot? He could. Like I said, the pass catching element is there for Kareem Hunt. He's a really good pass or receiving back. Now, obviously, when you look at that stat line, 132 pass catches, almost 1,000 yards, and 7 more scores, you would look at that and be like, hey, he's pretty good, but that's over a 4-year span. If that was over like a 2-year span, you'd be like, okay, pretty good. If that was one season, you'd be like, yes, sign him. But obviously over a 4-year span, it's kind of rough. The one thing that you can kind of shade some light on is the fact that he was behind Nick Chubb. So Chubb was going to get multiple touches throughout the game. They were also kind of trying to throw the ball a lot. Hunt was kind of fighting for his opportunity to be out there, but at times he was just happy to be on the roster. He likes his team. He said during his interview, he wants to win a title for Cleveland. At times, I think he just wants to be on this roster because he wants to bring a title to Cleveland. Last thing I want to kind of get into I did see a report somewhere that actually says Kareem Hunt is currently 10 pounds lighter than he was last season, I believe. And that can explain some things, because there was people that were saying, but the way Hunt looked when he ran last season, and even maybe the year before, he looked a little bulky. He looked like he was having trouble running, kind of getting up to his top speed burst. Maybe we'll see after this season, or as we go forward throughout the next few weeks, is he going to be able to go out there and like hit that burst with like quickness? Now, obviously, if he goes out there and he's just like the same old Kareem, he's a hard runner. That's the beauty of him. He's a hard nose. He wants to punch you in the face runner, and I love that. But at times, I just wish that he could get back to his Kansas City days of where he's going to punch you in the face, but then right after that, he's going to just bolt. Going forward, if this works, this is going to be the biggest signing of the whole season. If it doesn't work, back to square one. But other than that, that's all I got to discuss for today's video. As always, if you're going to enjoy, or if you went on to enjoy today's video, make sure you do drop a like. It's always appreciate if you do so. If I left any details out on the whole signing, any details about like how this is going to work, if you had a different opinion on how this is going to work, if you do think it's going to work, don't think it's going to work, anything like that, leave it in the comments down below on what you think is going to go or what's going to happen going forward with this signing. If you wanted to enjoy today's video and you're a fan of the channel and you want to go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button, don't forget to do that and hit that little notification bell to be notified the second I post. But without further ado, this has been Dylan Talk Sports. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.